wanna be a billionaire so freaking bad. Buy all of the things I never had.
AM-1220 KHTS, your hometown station. Carl Goldman with you, along with the Credit Gal. She's digging in right now. She's put her glasses on. We're going to dive right into the 9 biggest mistakes all of us make when it comes to credit. We're going to count them down. So the worst ones, you got to stick around to get the worst ones. We're going to start with the easy ones first. But you know, during the commercial break, we were talking with Mark, our engineer, and I kidded him and said, "You want to share your credit stories?" And he's now moved the mic over. But Mark, you just mentioned, go ahead and jump in here. You mentioned, just like my son and Darby's story with the Ford bill dropping on the side, you missed a month, right?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Yeah, I just, got busy with my everyday life and completely forgot to pay my bill. So 5 days later, it clicked in my head, hey, I didn't pay my bill. So, I went on there. I think, I usually pay like $40. The bill ended up being like $64 or something. So it bumped up, and then I was like, shoot, I missed it. So I paid it right then and there. But since then, I still have not checked my credit score. So I don't know what that looks like, or how
And
how much damage.
That story has happened with all of us, and I think the Credit Gal has an answer to that.
I do. We're all able as consumers to check one time a year a website, and you're going to be able to see your 3 credit reports, see what's on those reports, and it's annualcreditreport.com. That's annualcreditreport.com. You're going to be able to see, because a lot of people don't know and understand also, Carl and Mark, that 80% reported is inaccurate. Let me say that again. 80% reported, this is per FICO, is inaccurate. So you think, I love when people go, well, I have a good score. I go, have you seen it? Like today? And they go, no. I go, well, you don't know then. I'm sorry. Well, I pay my bills on time, and I do all this on time, and I have good positive credit. And I go, but have you seen it today? So I would say to everyone that's listening in, they need to look at it. Why not? What do you have to lose? It's free.
And that's free of charge.
Free.
So again, the website is
annualcreditreport.com.
And so you can get it free of charge once a year.
Once a year, yes.
Now, we're going to go through the list, but just to give us a range for those who don't know the credit number system.
Okay.
We were throwing out 680, 700. What's a good score and what's not a good score?
Well, really everything. I was reading an article in the LA Times on Sunday, and it was talking about the stringent credit scoring model. And it was talking about it really is high when it comes to buying a house, getting insurance, getting a credit card. So really the ultimate score 10 years ago was 700. Now
What's the maximum?
850.
So you could have an 850.
So it goes from 300
okay.
to 850. But I'm telling you, if your score is not in the 700s, the best being a 740, that's the really, you get a best Freddie Mae and Fannie Mac loan, the best on your cars. I had a client yesterday, we bumped his score up. He went to the BMW. He was able to buy a brand new BMW 2014 off the lot, 1.9% interest rate with 0 money down, because his score was a 749. So
that's cool information. So credit score range 300 to 850. We probably all know people who have credit scores below 300, which is physically impossible, right?
It's physically impossible. You won't have a score. It won't be reporting under that.
Well, if you don't know your credit score, the good advice from the Credit Gal, annualcreditreport.com. Now we're going to dive into the fun stuff.
I love it.
9 biggest mistakes we all make. This is from heavy duty research we did, courtesy of Google.
Yes, I love Google.
Number 9, not knowing that you have 3 credit reports and corresponding credit scores. Now, you just mentioned that they combine it. It's a pie
They
thing.
combine it
So
to...
what's going on here?
Okay. So they combine it to average out your FICO score. Your FICO score is the average between these three credit reporting agencies.
So FICO, F-I-C-O.
That is called, that's your score. So we have three agencies, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, that do reporting. And I can tell you that they're all separate. They're all privately held billion-dollar companies. You will find that when you do look at your credit report, sometimes some things are on one, but they're not on the other, including your positive trade lines as well. So every one of them are private. Each agency maintains credit files of more than 250,000 files. Once again, credit agencies, credit bureaus, when I got involved, I thought they were like the FBI because I was thinking bureaus, oh my goodness, right? They're a government agency. Once again, they're not. They get paid by big banks and industry, big corporate industries, to put financial gossip on your credit report. So it's your responsibility to go out there and make sure it's correct.
So going and pulling a report on annualcreditreport.com, Darbe,
You're going to get all three.
Get all three.
And
will you also get your FICO?
No, you will not get your FICO score, but we can talk about that later in the show, how we can do that.
Okay, awesome. So that's good information, the three credit reports. Number 8, as we count down the 9 biggest mistakes all of us make when it comes to credit, number 8 is not understanding your rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act.
I love this. And I didn't understand because once again, I thought the bureaus were government agencies, but they're not. But the Fair Credit Reporting Act is a government act. And to keep it very simple, this is what it says. It gives us consumers the ability to dispute anything on our credit report, whether it is true or not. The privately held $4 billion bureaus have 30 days to open an investigation and answer. But once again, 80% of the time, they do that incorrectly. Things like bankruptcies, foreclosures, short sales, tax liens, medical bills, lates, student loans, just everything negative on your report, we're able to dispute legally.
And once you can investigate it, as you said, 80% of the...
They don't answer.
80% of the stuff is not even
verifiable.
Accurate. Right.
And it's not verifiable.
Interesting stuff. Darbe Nokes, the credit gal. That's who we're talking with on AM-1220 KHTS. We're counting down the 9 biggest mistakes. Number 7 coming up right after this.